Ingrid worked for 11 years at the same company.
When I left the company, thank God I was in good terms with everybody because my husband wanted to start a business. So I left the company to give him support in this business. And during this time, we had to work really hard. Because of such devotion to work, I ended up not taking proper care of my son and my household. This business lasted for about 3 years, but it ended in the end, and we decided to sell it so I could stay home, rest, take care of my house and my son. The first 2 months were great, but I must confess that after the 4th month, I had a really hard time. I'm a really enthusiastic kind of person, and I couldn't stay at home. Then I prayed to God, please give me a part-time job.
In 2013, mother and son went to the Grace of God Church in Belo Horizonte.
Then we woke up at 5 o'clock in the morning and went to the 6 o'clock service last year. So there was a service, and it was truly a blessing.
And God told me to become a sponsor because the doors would be open then. I told my mom to be a sponsor, but she wouldn't allow me. She would get mad at me.
I said, no, you're not going to do that. But then there came this moment that I was so mad I wanted to leave the service. I thought, this boy is testing me. I can't, I felt like spanking him right there, but I knew I couldn't do that.
I told her that I can use my monthly allowance, my 20 bucks. I can live without that money for up to 1 year, but I want to become a sponsor.
At that moment, he said that I felt God touching my heart. He was supposed to become a sponsor indeed. Then I said, oh dear Lord, I know I should talk to my husband first, but I'm going to take this paper and my husband will understand. At that moment, I didn't feel like doing it, but I did because I felt it was something coming from God. Later, I kept thinking, this is all in my head. It's pure emotions. I was touched and thought it must be emotions. December and January went by. I didn't give him his monthly allowance and I didn't contribute as a sponsor.
Ingrid feels in her heart the desire to ask for a job at the company she worked for.
But as I was driving, and actually the moment I stopped, I was holding Otavio's sponsor form that he had filled out in the church.
And then God spoke to her heart for her to sponsor. Otherwise, she wouldn't get a job and to prosper. And for her, the doors would be closed for her.
Then I prayed, Lord, give me a sign to pay this. Then a very, very dear friend came. She came to my car and said, hey, Ingrid, what are you doing inside your car? Then I said to her, I want to go to the office and talk about a job, but I'm not really sure about this. She nodded. So I asked her, where are you going? I'm going to the lottery outlet. At that moment, I understood it. When she said the words lottery, that's where you can pay the form. So I said, can you do me a favor, please? So I gave her the money, entered the company, talked to my boss, and made a proposal. He said, the job is yours. You can go to Human Resources. 5 years ago, I had started to pay it, and I had suddenly stopped because I thought, well, I'm not paying this form anymore because I don't even go to Dr. Soares' church now. I'm going to give my offerings in my church. But God used my son to show me that this ministry is for my family. The day I got the job, I said to Otavio, look, you told me the doors would open. I paid your sponsorship and the doors opened in your mother's life.
And that's brought me a lot of joy and happiness to my heart.
I told him I paid 30 reais, Otavio. He said, no, mother, it's not 30 I agreed to with God, it's 50. Then I thought, how come I give the boy 20 reais and he tells Jesus he's paying 50? I thought it was really beautiful because God has been delivering his promises. Otavio still earns 20 reais and we have our commitment.
It's the best thing. Jesus is my best friend and the best father ever.
That's beautiful, brethren. Now let's go to the question and answer segment for today.